Hey, what is up, Flavor family? It's Bobby back at the grocery store because you guys have been requesting a lot of really cool review videos lately. And one that kind of stuck out to me in art was yogurts. There's so many darn choices of yogurts here at the grocery store. And between sweetened, plain, vanilla, organic, grass-fed, how do you know what to buy? Well, I've been doing a lot of research lately, and it turns out I'd say maybe 85% of this you actually want to avoid. And if you know what to buy, you're going to greatly increase the nutritional value and the health of the yogurt that you're eating. So I thought maybe we should start with the best, right? And then we'll go progressively downhill. The best is actually something they don't have at this grocery store. I had to bring it in from the outside. It is this. It is organic, 100% grass-fed Greek-style yogurt. So yes, you have to look a little bit harder for grass-fed. But why do we want grass-fed? We want grass-fed for the same reason we want pasture-raised chickens and grass-fed beef. It has a very high nutritional profile, and it's only fed grass, and it's pasture-raised. So it's a cow, a happy little cow like this, that's outside all the time, not a factory-farmed cow that's inside eating corn, soy, that's GMO. The nutritional profile of this is way higher in terms of omega-3s and conjugated linoleic acids. There's a few brands you can get. This is one, Stonyfield's one, Organic Valley, 100% grass-fed, and also Nancy's Probiotic. Now, this is the best of the best unless you can get raw yogurt, which is almost impossible to find unless you live by a farm. But the next step below that would be just buying organic, right? Not flavored, we'll get into that in a second, plain Greek-style organic yogurt. To be called organic dairy, it has to be cows that are fed pasture-raised grass at least 4 months of the year. And the reason why that matters is because of the nutritional profile once again. The nutritional profile of organic beats the heck out of conventional Greek yogurt because of omega-3 fatty acids. They're 62% higher in organic yogurt. It also is high in omega-3s and low in omega-6s. When you start getting into conventional dairy, it's the reverse. It's high in omega-6s, the bad, and low in omega-3s, the good. Also, conjugated linoleic acid, well known for reducing heart disease and obesity and good stuff like that, much higher in organic dairy versus conventional. Conventional dairy is fed grain. A lot of times it's GMO corn and soy, but nowadays if you look on the labels of Fage and other stuff, it has this, the non-GMO label, which is good. That's a good place to start, but it's factory farm cows that are eating grain and the nutritional profile is way less. So if you can't get grass-fed organic, just get organic, okay? That's a huge step up. Greek yogurt has more protein and less sugar than regular yogurt because it's strained, and that's also the fact why it's more expensive. It takes 4 cups of milk to make 1 cup of Greek-style yogurt, whereas conventional yogurt, you can make 1 cup of yogurt with 1 cup of milk. That's why it's more expensive. But I think you really want that Greek style of yogurt because it has less sugar, because you strain out the lactose, that's where the sugar is, and you really raise that protein level. Once again, I wouldn't get conventional. I would pay the extra for organic, 100% grass-fed. Staying in the Greek style, you always want to get full fat yogurt as opposed to no fat. We have to stop our infatuation with low fat and no fat because when you eat full fat yogurt, it mixes better with the protein and it satiates your hunger way longer. When you eat protein with no fat, it doesn't satiate your hunger and you get hungry quicker. So stop with the low fat stuff. I mean, if you want to do that for actual other foods, that's fine. But for milk, you want the 100% milk fat and the cream. That stuff is good for you. You gotta stay away from the flavored yogurts because the sugars start to jack up like nobody's business. Art, this 5.3 ounce of yogurt container here has 15 grams of sugar. You guys, there's 4 grams of sugar in 1 teaspoon. So there's 4 teaspoons plus of sugar in here. Imagine that. Some of that is natural, maybe about half. So let's say there's 2.5 teaspoons of added sugar to here. Plus, when you add sugar to yogurt, you destroy the probiotic bacteria that you're trying to get in the first place from eating yogurt. So it completely messes that up. And you're also eating fruit that's laced with extra sugar, it's preserved. What you can really do if you want to get your fix of sweetener is add stevia, add monk fruit sweetener, add chopped up berries. I know it's a pain in the butt, but buying the fruit in here just is not good. Okay, let's start talking about individual brands. I think Art and I basically grew up with 2 brands. Dannon and Yoplait, that's all we had back in the day. But these are the kind of brands you want to stay away from because they're using low quality dairy and they're very highly processed. And when you look at the ingredients, they often have preservatives and stabilizers. Case in point, check it out, Art. There's food starch in this one. You don't want to have food starch in yogurt. There's no way that my girl Jamie Lee Curtis is actually eating Activia because the quality of the dairy is really low in here and the sugar is off the chart. So one of these little containers has 12 grams of sugar, which is 3 teaspoons. Some of that is natural. But when you start adding these sugars and these fruits in here, you negate all of the health benefits of the probiotic bacteria in the first place. So when Activia is advertising the fact about their bacteria, they're killing them, putting all that sugar in there. Now, this seems to be a very popular brand. Have you heard of this before, Art? Nusa. So this is basically dessert, okay? I see the ingredients here. Look at these, Art. Number one, there's a ton of emulsifiers, locust bean gum, pectin, there's sugar, honey, but look at this. I've never seen yogurt with 30 grams of sugar. You guys, that's over 7 teaspoons. Imagine 7 teaspoons, 2 or 3 of which are natural. The rest are just poured in here for sweetener. There's 0 health benefits. That's dessert. Now here's a brand that Art was just saying, wow, they could save a lot of money if they put it in plastic. Well, they put it in glass because they want it to be like French and it's fancy. But if you read the ingredients, they have pectin in here. Pectin is the natural kind of like jelly that makes it more congealed. Trust me, in France, they are not putting the pectin in the yogurt. I promise you that. Stay away from that. Let's go down here. Oh, before we do that, I do want to do a quick self-promotion here. You guys, next week, Wednesday, this is coming out. You guys have been supporting the book so much that it's a #1 bestseller in 5 different categories in cookbooks on Amazon. Thank you so much. The pre-order link is down below. You guys are going to love this book. There's 125 low-carb recipes that actually taste good, and you don't think of it like a diet. These recipes just feel like you're eating clean, eating food that makes you feel good. Let's make this a #1 bestseller from day one on. I can't believe the support. You guys have been awesome. So thank you for that. I will give Chobani a little bit of props. They do have a new line here called Less Sugar, and it does have less sugar. This container only has 9 grams of sugar, but still, sugar is sugar. Did you watch our video from the other week called the Sweeteners and Sugar Alternatives video? Sugar is the devil, you guys. Sugar destroys your good gut bacteria. One of the main reasons you eat yogurt in the first place is to promote good gut bacteria. So what's the point of eating it if you lace it with sugar? You're completely diminishing the fact of eating it. Check this out. Here's a really good brand, actually. Siggy's. Siggy's and Icelandic Provisions are skyr. It's Icelandic style yogurt, and this is the plain one. This is what you want to buy. There's only 3 grams of natural sugar, but this container is loaded with 14 grams of protein. It's not organic, but if you're not going to get the grass-fed one, this is the one you want to buy. And also, if you are going to buy a sweetened yogurt, the Siggy's and the Icelandic Provisions still have less sugar, only 8 grams for the flavored ones. So I understand not everyone wants to put their own strawberries in their yogurt or add stevia. If you're going to have fruit added, get this one, but it's not organic, it's not grass-fed, so you kind of have a trade-off. Then we go to something really interesting called Kefir. I don't know if it's pronounced Kefir. Art, do you know? We'll just go with Kefir. This stuff, Art knows a lot, it's not true. This stuff is the cousin to yogurt. It actually has more protein and more probiotics than bacteria. Yeah, it actually has 10 strains of probiotic bacteria where yogurt only has 2 to 3. It has more protein, and this one right here says the cows are grass-fed, but Art and I looked it up. It's not 100% grass-fed. If you want to find a brand, there's one called Maple Hill. This thing is great for making smoothies because it's in the liquid form. You can't really use it as yogurt, but if you use that for smoothies, it's going to be fantastic. And then Art also said, like, what do I consider to be low-quality dairy? Well, for me, and it's my opinion, low-quality dairy is one that comes from grain-fed, factory-farmed cows. High-quality dairy is one that comes from pasture-raised, grass-fed cows. So like when you pick up a Chobani and they're putting it all on the label, locally sourced milk. To me, that means nothing because all milk is locally sourced because milk doesn't travel very far. So it's like these little marketing gimmicks that try to get you. Same thing with Faye. Like, yeah, it's Greek yogurt, it has higher protein, it has lower sugar, but it's made with cows that are not grass-fed, and it has corn and soy in the feed. I think it's worth it to spend a little more to get the grass-fed. If you can't do it, then get organic. I would only eat organic dairy, whether that's milk, yogurt, cream. I think it's really important. And stay away from all these sugar-laced yogurts that are pretending to be good for you with probiotics, when in reality, all of these here are desserts. I also forgot to mention that my favorite non-dairy yogurts are Kite Hill for almond and Forager for cashew-based. But keep in mind they do have emulsifiers or starches in them, but they need that. Otherwise the yogurt won't come together, but they're high quality and I really like the taste of these and the texture. All right, good job, Art. Can I interest you in some grass-fed organic yogurt?
No, man, I got my own right here. It's the
Oh no.
Yo Crunch Twix flavor yogurt. Because Twix, we all know, is the only candy bar with the cookie crunch.
All right, guys. All that good information is down below. In addition to the salad dressing one coming up soon, let us know which grocery store you want us to hit, which aisle you want us to cover, but we will see you soon. Until then, hashtag keep on cooking, mad love, and peace.